Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. So today I wanted to take just a different approach to a video. I've kind of been talking a lot about what stocks I'm buying, what stocks I'm looking out for, and everything like that. And I feel like I've never really fully explained where I'm trying to go with this. You know what I mean? Like, what are my goals and what are my intentions, and what are some numbers that I have in mind in which I'd like to reach by certain ages. So if you did see the title, I am talking about how I plan on reaching $155,000 invested by the age of 25. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. So we will start off with my two investment portfolios. On the right hand side, you will see my M1 Finance account, and on the left hand side, you will see my Robinhood account. And so you can see that today was a little bit of a negative day, no biggie though. But I am sitting around somewhere between $14,000, $14,500. It does fluctuate a good bit nowadays. But with that being said, how do I take this and turn it into, $155,000 in only 6 years? Well, so we will first start off with this website, super handy website named Track Your Dividends. And I'll pull it up here. So what you basically do is, this isn't sponsored or anything, by the way. It just helps me a lot. What you'll go ahead and do is you enter all of your dividends and all your stocks and everything like that. You enter the amount. Really, all you have to enter is the amount of shares you have and the ticker and the price in which you bought it at. It does all the rest for you. It's super duper handy website. And it'll average everything out, kind of show you what you're getting paid and what you're getting paid yearly, some super important numbers. And so with the amount I have invested, I am currently sitting at about a 5.74% dividend yield per year, meaning that I'm receiving 5.75% back on my investments every year, just solely from dividends alone. So with that being said, well, how does that equal $155,000? So we will take it over to a compound interest calculator, and you can see the numbers I have entered here. So I'm basically just saying I'm starting around $14,500. I have about $600, $700 I'm investing next week. So it's just roughly around there. Like I said, all of this is very hypothetical in a sense that I do believe I'm going to outperform the numbers that I'm saying now. I do think I'm going to invest a little bit more than I'm saying I am now. But this is kind of baseline, border, neutral. And so with that being said, it's kind of just a general vicinity in which I do believe I will be. So my monthly contribution has been around $1,500 a month. I do plan on keeping it that much. A lot of that does depend on what I was going on, because I am an MMA fighter and that's one of my income sources. But right now we can't fight. And so with that being said, one of my income sources is pretty limited. But I do believe that I'll be able to hold up $1,500 a month for the next few years pretty much without issue. And so, yeah, so next up, 6 years. I do turn 19 in a month and a half, roughly, July area. So about a month and a half. So I did just put 6 years from now to the age of 25, just to kind of make it easy. Like I said, neutral, borderline, easy to follow. And so this is the big one though. I put my interest rate at being at 8%. Now, mind you, I am going to be reinvesting my dividends, which is about 5.75% as long as they do continue to pay them. Like, again, hypothetical. So that leaves me with about a 2.25% growth in stock that I need per year to hit 8%. I pretty much am 1,000% confident, unless the market goes very insane for the next 6 years, that I can maintain my stocks growing 2.75% each year. I don't see that being an issue at all. You can look at one of my top holdings here, Store Capital, and up until this big drop here, obviously, for the last 5 years, it was up around 85%, 84%, and that's just in 5 years. I don't see any situation in which these stocks, once they do start returning to normal, that they can't maintain 2.75% a year in total. And that's also not being said that that's saying that it has to grow 2.75% a year from where we are now. I think that number per year is going to be 30, 40%. I think this that I'm at here, once I'm here, that's going to be returns of 100, 200%. But like I said, let's just keep it normal. Let's keep it very neutral, baseline. I do think these numbers I'm saying to you are minimums. I think that $155,000 by the age of 25 is a minimum that I'll be at based on just my knowledge, my research, in the process in which I'm following, but all hypothetical. So back to the calculator. So interest rate again, 8%. I do think that's super manageable. I think 5.75% of that coming from dividends being reinvested on top of 2.25% of value growth in my portfolio overall. I do think that's very, very achievable. And I think that's cutting myself short a little bit when it comes to my numbers, but hey, why not? So next, we will go ahead and compound it, obviously compounded annually. And that leaves us with $155,056 in 6 years. And it's actually really cool. You can kind of see the overall chart, and you can start to see that compound interest, that exponential growth there. But so this is year number one. I can actually show a table. So year number one, $33,660, meaning that in about a year from now, I'm sitting at $33,000, which is pretty much what I was thinking. Pretty rough estimate of where I thought I would be if the market just goes back and starts a U-shaped recovery, in a sense that it slowly starts growing. That's around where I thought I would be at. My total contributions of that being $32,000, so a lot of that is being my own money. Year number two, $54,000, with $50,000 of that being my money, $4,000 of that roughly being dividend reinvestments and growth like that, interest. And then you can see year three, $76,000. Year four, I break that $100,000 mark, so I'll be about 23 years old, roughly. Year five, that $126,000 mark, and then year six, the big one for me, 25 years old and $155,000 invested. Now, once again, this is all super hypothetical, but it does kind of show you where my mind is at, in a sense of where I envision myself being 6 years from now. I don't like to look at myself and think like, okay, how I can't do that. That's so far. How am I going to get to 155,000? I like thinking about it more in a sense of what steps am I going to follow over the course of what amount of time to get to the number in which I want to be at. And that's just helped me out a lot. Even in fighting, I mentioned earlier, I'm an MMA fighter, and I have to think, okay, well, if I want to, win a championship, what steps do I need to take and what amount of time? Because I don't like being too open with my time. Like, I don't like being like, well, one day I want to be a champion. No, like, I want to be a champion 3 years from now, and I have to be this guy, this guy, this guy, and do this. And that kind of puts me on a certain track to get to that. And that's how I've accomplished a lot of things that I've accomplished in my life. And so this is no different than that. I wanted to be at 150,000 was my big number before 27. And so this is my route to get there at a very achievable and a very, very possible way, right? I do think 8% a year is very, very achievable again. So with that being said, I just wanted to take 9 or 10 minutes and just kind of explain to you guys my projections for the rest of my journey. This channel is my stock journey, and I talk about the things in which I'm doing to grow my investment portfolio and grow myself as an investor. And so I figured, why not show you guys my mental projections of the future, as well as showing the present, and go and be able to look back at the past. If you guys did like this type of video and you want to know more about my goals and anything like that, definitely let me know in the comment section. And you can also show your support by dropping a like. Helps with the YouTube algorithm, and it definitely lets me reach more audiences and expand my journey to other people. If you are new to the channel and this is the first video that you've watched, or maybe you've seen a couple of my videos and you've just not subscribed yet, definitely please go down and drop that subscribe button. It would help me so much, and I appreciate it more than you know. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.